What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to take a look at a welterweight by the name of Freddie Archer. Freddie Archer was born in Newark, New Jersey on May 15, 1922. He was a welterweight that stood 5 foot 7 inches. He fought the who's who of boxing, fighters such as Fitzy Zivic, Cleo Shane, Ralph Zanetti, Ike Williams, just to name a few. So let's take a look at Freddie Archer's welterweight career in the 1940s through 1948. Now, Freddie Archer, as I said, was born in Newark, New Jersey, May 15, 1922. He was a Polish-American welterweight. He stood 5 foot 7 inches, and he began his professional career in 1940. And he had a debut on January 15th when he was placed on our card against a fighter by the name of Sammy Abrams. This fight took place in Newark, New Jersey, and he took care of Sam Abrams in the second round. February 5th, he fought Steve Greco. That was in Newark, New Jersey as well, knocked him out in 3 rounds. And as you can see here, he won all his fights via knockout or decision. But then he made a fighter by the name of Morris Parker on July 29th, 1940. And he would lose his first fight to a 10-rounder. But then he would continue, and he would fight fighters such as Vince Del Leo, Ralph Griffin, Ted Christie, Maxie Fisher, and Abe Kaufman to finish off the year in 1940. 1941, he would fight a fighter by the name of Maxie Fisher again in Newark, and he would defeat him in 10 rounds. That would be January 27, 1941. February 28th, he would fight Marty Servo. New York City, he would lose to him in 6 rounds. Now, Marty Servo would become welterweight champion of the world. On April 28th, he would fight in Newark, New Jersey, and get a 10-round victory. June 16th, he would face Tippy Larkin, Newark, New Jersey, and he would be stopped by Tippy Larkin in the first round. Tippy Larkin would go on to become junior welterweight champion of the world. July 21st, he would face Mexican Joe Rivers in Newark, New Jersey, and he would defeat him in 8 rounds. August 12th, 1941, he would face Tommy Spingal. That was a very good fighter. Newark, New Jersey would defeat him in 10 rounds. October 1st, he would face Ike Williams. Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Ike Williams would become lightweight champion of the world. He would defeat him in 8 rounds. Fascinating win. October 9th, he would face Dave Crawford in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and he would defeat him in 8 rounds. October 17th, he would face George Harper in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and he would knock him out in 4 rounds. He would face Vince Dale, and he would face Bojack twice, December 8th and December 29th. He would face Bojack in New York City, which would be Madison Square Garden. He would defeat him in 8 rounds, and then he would defeat Bojack again in New York City. Outstanding victories for Freddie Archer. 1942, he would have a very busy year, as you can see. January 19th, he would face Terry Young. Terry Young was out of New Jersey. Very good fighter. He would fight him in New York City, and he would defeat him in 8 rounds. February 2nd, he would face Carmelo Finoy. New York City, he would defeat him in 8 rounds. Cleo Shane, March 20th, New York City, he would defeat him in 8 rounds. He would face Cleo Shane again, April 13th, in Newark, New Jersey, and he would defeat him in 10 rounds. May 7th, Joe Rivers, Jersey City, New Jersey, he would knock him out in 4 rounds. Terry Young again, May 15th, in New York City. He would defeat him in 8 rounds. Charlie Davis, Elizabeth, New Jersey, May 28th, in 1942. He would face him and defeat him in 8 rounds. Now, he would face Norman Rubio, Newark, New Jersey. He would defeat him in 10 rounds. Fascinating victory. Norman Rubio again in Newark, New Jersey, defeat him in 10 rounds on August 18th in 1942. On November 16th, he would face Tippy Larkin in Newark, New Jersey, and he would lose to him in 10 rounds. And then he would go into the Navy. 1943. August 2nd, he would face Phil Inzagha. He would face him in Newark, New Jersey, and knock him out in 10 rounds. Honorable discharge, January 1944. And he would get right back in the ring in 1944. February 7th, he would face Leroy Sanders in Newark, New Jersey, and he would defeat him in 10 rounds. February 17th, he would face Tony Gray in Highland Park. He would knock him out in 9 rounds. Now, in between this fight, he would be in the gym sparring, and he would knock out 3 guys in a row. And they thought it would be a great idea to put him in there with Fritzy Zivic. So he had like 4 days' notice to fight Fritzy Zivic. And a fight was made for March 29th in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and he would defeat Fritzy Zivic because Fritzy Zivic defeated him once before. That would be a very good victory for him. Now, going back to March 6th, he would face Billy Brown. Billy Brown would face Ray Robinson in his early career. He would defeat him in 10 rounds. Billy Brown would face Ray Robinson in Coney Island, New York. That would be in Brooklyn. Sammy Daniels, Baltimore. And he would defeat him in 10 rounds. September 25th, Tony Riccio, New York City. He would knock him out in 6 rounds. October 18th, Chuck Hunter, good fighter, Cleveland, Ohio. He would be knocked out by Chuck Hunter in 4 rounds. 1945, he would face Ralph Zanelli in New York City and defeat him in 10 rounds. That would be January 19th. Sidney Miller, good fighter, February 20th, 1945 in Brooklyn, New York. He would defeat him in 8 rounds. He would face Sergeant Tommy Roman in New Orleans. He would defeat him in 10 rounds on April 23rd, 1945. He would face Johnny Jones, Bobby Ruffin. Bobby Ruffin was a very, very rugged fighter. I think I showed you his profile before. June 27th, Elizabeth, New Jersey. He would defeat him in 10 rounds. Very good victory. Johnny Williams. Johnny Williams was a very good fighter. He had a little limp when he walked, but he got the job done. Very good fighter was Johnny Williams. July 23rd, Newark, New Jersey. He would defeat him in 10 rounds. Baby Al Brown, October 22nd, Newark, New Jersey, defeat him in 10 rounds. January 31st, 1946, he would face Ernest Big Cat Robinson, who would face him in Newark, New Jersey, and defeat him in 10 rounds. Stanley Baby Sims, let me show you these 2 fighters. In Orange, New Jersey, he would defeat him in 10 rounds. Chuck Taylor was another good fighter in New York City. He would lose to him in 10 rounds. But I'm going to show you Ernest Robinson and Stanley Baby Sims. Now, Sims is too far away in the closet, but I'm going to look at Ernest Big Cat Robinson. Very good fighter. He was Freddie Archer's opponent. Ernest Cat Robinson, good fighter. He was a lightweight. Very hard puncher was Ernest Robinson. He fought outstanding fighters of his time. I will show you a profile on him. He deserves to be recognized. Good fighter, Ernest Robinson. Ernest Patron, Newark, New Jersey. Defeat him in 10 rounds. Charley Fusilli, August 22nd, Newark. He would be knocked out by Charley Fusilli in the 7th round. But Charley Fusilli was a very, very good fighter out of Newark, New Jersey. He would fight a lot of his fights in New Jersey. He was Ray Robinson's first welterweight title defense. And he was in there with some of the best fighters of that time. So that's a very good fight. Unfortunately, it didn't go past 7 rounds in behalf of Freddie Archer. But that's a good fighter to have on your resume. Charley Fusilli. That fight took place August 22nd, 1946. January 20th, 1947. Johnny Greco, good fighter. Montreal, fought him twice there, lost to him twice there. Johnny Greco, very good fighter. I have his profile as well. Costa Rica, I have his profile. April 14th, 1947. New Orleans, he would lose to him in 10 rounds. So as you can see here, he started losing all of his fights. Ralph Zanetti was a good fighter. Providence, Rhode Island, losing 10 rounds. Charlie Zivic, Pittsburgh. He would lose to him in 10 rounds. One of the Zivic brothers. Terry Moore. But all in all, I wanted to recognize Freddie Archer. He put in work. Solid fighter. You would put him as a B-class fighter. But Freddie Archer was a good fighter at that time. So salute to Freddie Archer. Salute to my subscribers in Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Great fighters will always be recognized on my channel. Thanks for your time. Peace.